Welcome back, everybody. I'm with Jane Milkie, and we are going to be still talking about the arts and design program at NMU. Jane, we talked about a little bit of the background of the program. Now I want to get into a little bit of the actual work that the students are doing. You sent me a couple of photos, and I have them now. They can be put on the screen so that we can kind of go over what each of these photos look like. Now we have Kate, who did some art and design work right here, and I just want to get your thoughts on when students are doing these projects. Can you tell us a little bit about the theme that teachers may inspire the students to shoot for, or anything like that?
Sure. So Kate's work here is part of her senior exhibition capstone project, and Kate was working in industrial design and working with a lot of sustainability. So her piece represents an architectural structure. And she did a lot of research into materials, and it's a little bit difficult to see a lot of the detailing, but that larger piece, I think, is to scale, and it represents a way in which sustainable materials are used.
So is that piece, that long piece, is that something that really sticks out to you in this?
Well, that's an example. Those are in succession within her project. So.
Okay. Got you. Okay. We're learning. So there's another one that see as well. Ben also has something. What in this picture sticks out to you the most as somebody who has a background in graphic design?
Okay, so Ben is actually working in two areas. Ben is a metal student, but he also does a significant quantity of illustration. So he has work that shows his illustration talent as well as his blacksmithing and metal casting work.
So have you seen an improvement in the students that first come into the program versus when they are in there for a while and maybe graduate from the program?
Oh, absolutely. And in this case, the two works you just saw were works that won the Gold Award and the Silver Award, which is Best in Show and Second. And in the case of Ben, Ben was significantly in the studios often, sort of started the day. He was there working. So it's really nice to see students who, I want to say, take the most advantage of our amazing facilities and really get a lot of talented work that will showcase in their portfolios as they move forward with whatever goals they have, whether it's graduate school or working in the industries of their choice.
Perfect. What collaborative elements do you find students take advantage of the most when they're doing their work?
Okay, so we've got some programs where you can't help but work collaboratively. I'll use digital cinema, for example. So students in those programs often work with peers and to produce their bodies of work, whether it's having help with cameras or with voice, sound, acting. In fact, our new curriculum in digital cinema will have students taking courses in film studies, which is part of the English department, as well as coordinating with the theater for acting skills, and then also with the communications program, where they will be doing some broadcasting work as well. So that's kind of a new way of going forward, where there's more interdisciplinary collaborative aspects to the program.
Perfect. So speaking of the program, I want to take another look at some of the more artwork that you sent me. This one stuck out to me because she has 4 different pieces of art on there. Is there anything on there that sticks out to you? Maybe do you see a theme that she's trying to go for?
Sure. In this case, this work was done for junior art review. And so students coming into art and design can select to be art and design majors, but to pass through with their 4-year degree program, they have to pass a junior level review, which is like an oral exam in front of a body of faculty where they showcase work. And Bianca's work here was a series of illustrative art in her media of choice, acrylic on paper, and thematically, it's obviously showing animal from the animal kingdoms, and certainly it shows a lot of creative artistry in her own style, but also maybe speaks to broader issues of climate change and sustainability.
Yeah, so she's going for the environment, going for animals or wild animals, and it's really pretty. I love the details that are in it. I want to say that maybe a scorpion on the bottom right corner. Yeah, that's really amazing. Bianca really has talent. I know there's another one as well that I wanted to touch on as well. Emerson. Now this is something that stood out to me because honestly I did not know really what was going on. It just looks like just like if I was to go to like an art gallery or something like that, she kind of just mimicked it. Is there anything in here that sticks out to you that you feel like is more to it than just that?
Sure. On the center pedestal is a book called Nutmeg's Bakery. And Emerson is a dual talent, not only an illustrator, very talented illustrator, and that's why the detail's not there. It's showing a wide scope of the work. So those are spreads from the book and art that's within the book. But Emerson's also a writer. So Emerson wrote that book and produced all the illustrations, and it's a really wonderful project.
Wow. She wrote the book. Oh, it says it at the bottom in book design. Reading is fundamental.
Well, what happens is I didn't have a close-up for you, but definitely it's a produced work.
That is amazing. That's amazing. I wonder if I have any more to touch on. Yes, Anna. Now another one where is four pieces on there. Is there anything on here that sticks out to you where you can kind of talk about the different designs, the artwork, maybe the theme that she was going for? I see some stuff on the bottom, but
sure. And our title is the Connection series, so these must just be portraits of individuals who maybe inspire her. She will be aiming for art education as a career goal. She also was the director of the Student Art Gallery. So Anna's work here, I think, shows some of her understanding of art and art exhibition, as well as portraiture, really brilliant work with color. And I think that, again, I can't name who all are in the works, but I know it was a series, and this may not have even been the totality of the series. This is just 4 from that.
Gotcha.
This was also for Junior Art Review.
Yes. Amazing. These students are really talented. Well, we have more photos and more art design to show you all, but we have to take a quick commercial break, so we'll be back in 3 minutes. Stay with us.